Hello everyone, I'm 18 Storm Track meteorologist Austin Haskins. It is a lot calmer to start our day today following the freezing rain we had on our Tuesday morning. Now we are dealing with fog this morning, so that is going to likely lead to a bit of a slowdown on that morning commute. And the combination of the temperatures below freezing, the moisture from the fog, and of course the rain we had yesterday, all of that freezing overnight. Likely having a few icy and slick spots to start the day, so just be mindful of that. Now, the next 2 days, though, we will have areas of fog around, mainly during the morning hours and again at night, so just keep that in mind. We're tracking a system Thursday afternoon to Thursday night that will bring some rain to the area. Some snow could mix in at the end of the system, and then a chance for snow showers Friday night into Saturday and into Saturday night. So the system that brought the freezing rain yesterday morning is over by Buffalo this morning, and we're kind of in between systems today. A wedge of high pressure to the south is going to keep things on the quiet side today, at least dry that is, and we'll have a bit of a south wind around, although it will stay on the lighter side. Now we are watching a couple areas of lower pressure out to the west. There's one that's right here and one that's near and southeast of Denver. Those two combined with one that's going to likely develop somewhere in the middle there, that'll be the focal point for our precip chances heading into tomorrow, which we'll talk about here coming up. But we're going to look at the HRRR and the graph models for today, because today's forecast, temperature-wise, is going to hinge on when we clear out and if we clear out. So the HRRR model actually shows almost complete sunshine for the area by early this afternoon, and this would mean temperatures would surge well into the 30s, and some of us could even get into the 40s this afternoon. That would be kind of the warm side of things, and then we'll quiet things down heading into tonight with clouds on the increase, and again, areas of fog likely going to be around. Then this one for tomorrow has the precip coming in a little bit earlier in the day. This is around noon, and then we're mostly rain into the afternoon with a little bit of patchy rain and snow mix in parts of the area, and then eventually the colder air will change that over to a period of some rain and even a little bit of snow on the backside. But we're not worried about freezing rain or sleet with this system. Now, getting back to today again, the graph model keeps the clouds around a little bit longer, and it actually keeps it around in some locations really all day long. And again, where we see that clearing and if we see that clearing is probably going to be the difference between temperatures reaching, the upper 30s and low 40s versus, say, more so about 33 to 35 degrees. So today's forecast is going to be cloud coverage dependent in terms of temperatures. But as we get into tonight and tomorrow, again, it does agree with the cloud cover and the areas of fog around. And then as we get into Thursday, it keeps us dry until about early to mid-afternoon when the rain moves in from the south to the north. And then eventually by late Thursday evening, you can see that rain snow line around mid-evening is to our north and west, and then eventually moving east and kind of weakening as we get into the late evening and overnight hours. The low with this one is going to track through southern Wisconsin. Normally, this would bring in a lot colder air, and of course, we'd be talking about accumulating snow, but not in this case. Enough warmer air is going to kind of overcome that, so we'll have mostly rain, but then a little bit of snow on the backside of the system as we cool back down to the upper 20s and low 30s. Late Thursday Thursday night into Friday morning. Most of Friday is quiet, outside of a light rain or snow shower, maybe spilling over into the early morning hours. But then we're watching Friday night into Saturday for our next system that is going to bring some precip to the area, as you can see here. So let's look at that. We'll start with the European model. And again, keep in mind, we're still 2 to 3 days out, so we're not talking exact totals with this as of yet. But looking at more so the general timing of precip types. Pretty much with this one, it's going to be a snow event because temperatures will be down in the 20s as this is going on. So a little bit of light snow around Friday night into Saturday morning, but then we get a bit of a dry slot that takes over, as you see here, and then we get the backside of the system Saturday afternoon into Saturday night with light to maybe some brief periods of moderate snow showers before coming to an end by Sunday morning. Now, here's the GFS model. It shows a slightly different picture. This one actually keeps the snow out of here until early Saturday morning, but this one actually shows the low a little bit closer to our area and indicating that we'll maybe see a longer period of light to moderate snow showers before coming to an end heading into Sunday morning. So there's still a few question marks on how this is all going to play out. The reason that we're going to see the snow with this on the backside is because we'll be on the west side of the low as it kind of pivots up through Michigan, but also we have an upper level and surface trough that'll be passing and swinging through the area as well. So we'll keep you updated on that. Right now, I don't think this is going to be a really high accumulating snow event, but it is something that we'll be watching here over the next couple of days. Now, forecast highs today between 35 and 42. Again, I think we're going to be a little bit cooler northeast, a little warmer south and southwest. But again, As I mentioned earlier, it will be cloud coverage dependent. So depending on if and when we clear, you may have to add or subtract a few degrees from what you're seeing here. Tonight, we are back down into the mid-20s once again, upper 20s south and west. For tomorrow, upper 30s and low 40s once again. Again, that'll depend on when the rain moves in. Of course, if the system tracks a little bit further in one direction or another, that may nudge temperatures a little bit as well. And then on Friday, we'll be mostly mid-30s across the area. And then we'll drop back into the 20s for Saturday and Sunday, which is more seasonal this time of the year, but then we're back into the mid-30s early next week.